conversation exercise. Look at me. Tell me something you can do that I can't. Come on. Yeah, answer to yourself. Don't be afraid of talking to the computer, to your cell phone. Okay. Tell me something I can do that you can't. Come on. Alright. Now tell me something you couldn't do 5 years ago, but now you can. Okay, that's nice. So, of course, you know how to use can and could, right? Can, basically, it is the present. Could, basically, it is the past, right? Personal examples, just because it's cool and I'm a little narcissistic and I like to talk about myself. I can speak English, probably you know that because you're listening to me. I can't speak Japanese, right? I cannot drive, for example. I don't drive. My wife can drive and she drives me everywhere because I'm useless in that area, right? Let's see, 20 years ago, I think 20 years ago, how old am I? 20 years ago, I couldn't speak English, right? But 20 years ago, I could walk on the street naked. No, that wasn't 20 years ago. That was 25 years ago, I think. I wouldn't walk naked, but I had this habit of walking on the street wearing just my underwears when I was like 7 or 8, so don't worry, you know, no police involved or anything, right? So, no problems. Something you can do in the past, we use could. Something you can do in the present, you use can. Now guys, think about it. Let's imagine now I'm starting to study, let me see, a language I would like to speak. I would like to speak Russian, right? I don't have the time to study. Maybe in, I don't know, 85 years I'll be able to retire, so I will study Russian. But let's imagine I'm starting now. I know Russian is a difficult language, so it would take me, what, 3 years if I study a lot to start developing, you know, some conversation, listening skills in I said German? No, it's Russian, okay? Okay, how can I say that in 3 years I can speak English, right? Okay, got it. No, you cannot say I can speak English. Look, I can speak English is, I'm going to put it here, wrong. Okay? Well, but, so you can in the past, or sorry, in the future, so, you know, it's like I'm saving up money and in 2021 I can buy a chicken. Can't I say that? No, you can't, right? You don't use two auxiliaries together. You know, you don't use can, could, should, may, might, will, do, does, did together, right? So there isn't such a thing as should, can. Even though it's interesting, I think there is a variation of Mexican, an accent from Texas actually, that people say should, could, something like that. But that's very regional and it's considered substandard. You know substandard? You know, that is not the beautiful, respected English, right? Something like here in Brazil when we say nós faz, you know, or things like that. Okay, so we need a solution for this problem. And the solution is our beautiful to be able to be able to, right? Which is another way to say can, or could, or even can. What do I have to do in order to get all of those meanings? I just have to conjugate the verb to be as I wish. I am present, able to speak English. I am not able to drive. I was able to speak Spanish very well 10 years ago, but now I have almost completely forgotten everything. Don't tell my English, Spanish teacher, Laura, which is my friend as well. So I was able to speak Spanish very well 10 years ago, but now I have forgotten most of it. Yeah, so I was able to, and hopefully, if I start studying Russian, if I start studying Russian now, I will be able to speak Russian in 3 years. Okay? And you know what is the beauty of using this? You can not only use in those 3 tenses I've told you, but you can use the way you want. You know, however you want. I could be able to speak, Spanish better now if I had trained my Spanish during those last 10 years, right? I should be able to drive, because I'm already kind of old, right? So can be able, should be able, I may be able to help you, but I don't know if I will, right? So you can conjugate the way you want. The grammar is simple, people. I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody about every expression with the verb to be. Forget that it's able. Just remember verb to be. So how do you make an affirmative sentence with verb to be? She is able, right? So interrogative, is she able? Negative, she isn't able. You just imagine you are dealing with verb to be, and then you just stick able to the expression.